Alright, we're here live breaking the second half of the 2013 Prestige case. Just a reminder for everybody who they have. It's just habit for me to do this. I know everybody should know their own teams on the eBay stuff and the PYT, but it's just habit. Alright, let's do it. Been super busy the last couple of days shipping out stuff. I think I shipped out over 100 packages this week, maybe even more. Finally got a chance to catch up this morning. Clean the shop a little bit. Posted up some new stuff. For everybody that's new and just joining P-Town here, I do ship the base if you send me a message. Otherwise, I'll just ship the hits, numbered, rookies, inserts, that sort of stuff. Alfred Morris, Isaac Redman, Eddie Lacy, another one of those shiny shimmers to 100. Man, that's gonna go for crazy amounts when it sells, if they sell it. 3 of 5, a 1 of 5, 3-color jersey. Are you talking eBay halftime? So I think my next, Sam Bradford to 25. My next eBay break is actually going to be hockey. I'm thinking about getting some rookie anthology hockey. And then I'd like to get some more Valor. And I'm thinking maybe 2015 Crown Royal. No sound, Bills fan? Everybody else have sound? Test, test, test. Everybody have sound? Bills fan, did you get your sound back? What do you mean? As far as my ones up on the website halftime? There you go, just for TJ's. He called it. Wanted a cam acetate? Got his cam acetate. My other breaks, I basically just get product, put it on my website, and mostly been doing pick your team stuff. Haven't really been doing any randoms. Um, yeah, nothing fancy. I do a lot of the eBay stuff just to keep products moving in and out, because I'm still new to the brake world, so I don't have a huge customer base. So some of my stuff takes a while to fill. But I put like the brand new stuff, like the 2016, now upcoming 2017 stuff. I put that all on my website and do just the normal group break stuff. You haven't, here, let me help you out with that. And then, I don't know if you're on Twitter or Facebook, but I do a lot of my promoting and marketing through social media. Colin Kaepernick, Hakeem Nicks, Peyton Manning. Yeah, that was a nice one. I remember that one. I think it was to 20, right? Jonathan Franklin, Tavares King, Willis McGahee. Yeah, if you just friend me on Facebook, it's P-Town Hobby. I do a lot of my. I have a lot of links to my. I have the link to my store, and then specific products that I push that I'm trying to sell. I have the links to those. Xavier Rhodes for the Vikings. Justin Hunter, Tony Moeaki, Sean Lee, Torrey Smith. Damn. What'd you do with that Odell Beckham rookie? Did you keep that for yourself, or did you try to sell it? Quentin Patton, Stephon Taylor. I really liked that. That was one of my favorite pulls out of that hot rookie stuff I was doing. Denard Robinson. Ogletree, James Jones, Williams, Ballard. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but still, it was my favorite. Aaron Hernandez, Anquan Bolden, Star Lotulelele, Did you have you got your Kevin Durant yet? Or did you put it in? Your redemption? So I put one in a couple months ago and still haven't got it. Still says processing. Landry Jones. Josh Boyce. J.J. Watt. Andy Dalton. Jonathan Baldwin. Sanchez, Brett, LaShawn McCoy, Tavon Austin, Marcus Wheaton, Josh Gordon, Mendenhall, Miller, Man, this case has been filled with Mike Glennon. Did you get the Bucks this time, TJ? You did, didn't you? Yup. Dimitri Moore, Steve Johnson, Andre Johnson, Matt Forte. Surprisingly, this Detroit-Seattle game isn't half bad. I was figuring Detroit wasn't going to stand a chance with Stafford being hurt and being in Seattle. Honey Badger, Thomas, Pitta, Cobb. Yeah, I don't... Right, everybody else still has sound, right? I don't want to... It's a shame he's missing out on all my super awesome wit and color commentary of the game. I know that's why everybody tunes in. Vance McDonald, Ray Malaluga, Larry Fitz, Eric Decker. For the Lions, oh yeah, I know. Sometimes they're crazy good, and then other times they're horrible. And London Fletcher, Gamers patch, 3-color for the Redskins. Just a prime patch, not numbered anywhere that I can see. That's a nice looking patch. Jamar Taylor. Greg Olson. Get this thing to refocus here. Greg Little. Wow, that's unusual to see a nice looking patch like that not numbered. Chris Givens, Mike Williams, Darren McFadden, Geno Smith, and another Gamers, Darren McFadden, the Raiders. Corey Fuller, Reggie Wayne, Hawkins and Smith, Fred Davis, Heath Miller, Danny Amendola, Monte Ball, rookie ticket, Rex Burkhead, DeMarcus Ware, Haloti Ngata, Aaron Rodgers. Jeremy Maclin, Daniel Thomas, Daryl Richardson, Marcus Wheaton, Travis Kelce, Ryan Williams, Wes Welker, Tavares Jackson, Marcel Reese, Ryan Tannehill, Adrian Peterson, Cordell Patterson, turning pro, 16/25 for the Vikings. It's a nice looking. I haven't seen one of those. Been a long time since I've seen one of those. Marcus Davis, Carson Palmer, Steven Jackson, Brandon Pettigrew. It is the case hit. Not a bad one at one point. I don't know if he still has his value he used to have. Tyler Eifert. Niall Davis. Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, AJ Green. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that, and they had a different insert auto. Doug Martin, Aaron Dobson, Gio, LaFell, T.Y., Jermaine. Yeah, when he first came out, when this was a brand new product, his stuff was going like crazy because he kept running all them kickbacks and scoring all crazy. Now he's a bench kick returner. Kind of had a decent last couple of games. Yeah, his first money, you would have You'd have broke the bank on it. But now, are you a Vikings fan, Halftime? You're from up around there, aren't you? If I remember right, from shipping you stuff. Eddie Lacy, draft ticket. Drell Freeman, Greg Little, Ryan Williams. Do you have sound yet, Bills fan? Oh, we're talking about Cordell Patterson and how he had a standout rookie year, but nothing since. Corey Fuller, Wes Welker, Tavares Jackson. Isaiah Peed, Vince Wilfork, Gio. Nice little two-color patch to 49 for the Bengals. Rex Burkhead, Tom Ali, Peyton Manning, Ray Rice. Richard Sherman, Brian Arakpo, or Seymour, my bad, Richard Seymour. Troy Polamalu, Dion Jordan, Donald Brown, ending it up. Tennessee. That's right. Shane Vereen, Frank Gore, Andre Brown, Jonathan Stewart to 100 for TJ. I remember that first year he was in the league, nobody really, they were kind of debating on whether or not he should have gone as high as he did and all of that. And nobody really picked him for much. And then just the first couple of games he just went off and everybody was all over him. All the guys in my fantasy league tried to pick him up, get him on waivers. Phillip Thomas, Sean Lee, Torrey Smith, James Jones. Then that next year, just nothing. Because I picked him up in fantasy. I cursed him. Sorry, all you Minnesota Vikings fans out there. I'm the one who cursed Cordero Patterson. I picked him up in fantasy. Yeah, we're finally starting to thaw out. Got up to 23 today. Here we'd ended up with about 8 inches, 6.5 to 8 inches of snow on Thursday, I believe it was. Vic Ballard, Ray Malaluga. We were talking about that the other night. Bills fan lives right next to one of the Great Lakes. He's always getting crazy amount of snows. Desmond Trufant for the Falcons. Not numbered, but a nice little rookie auto. Enjoying his first round bye. RG3, Plexico Burris, Patterson, Wheaton, Justin Blackman, Trent Richardson, Matt Ryan. Yeah, Diggs was pretty popular last year. He sold worth decent amounts. Nothing this year. But I think Diggs ended up getting hurt and didn't play all that good this year. Mike Glisley, Josh Boyce. Yeah, preseason, midsummer to preseason, his stuff. Same with Josh Doxson for the Redskins. His stuff was doing well till the season started. And then now, rock bottom. Stupid thing not wanting to focus on me. Joseph Randle for the Cowboys to 100. Calvin Johnson, CJ Spiller, Arian Foster. Ryan Matthews. Eli Manning, Vincent Jackson. Jamar Taylor to 100. LaFell Hilton. Brent Selleck. Cameron Wake. Yeah, that's like us. Storms usually pass over us. The rest of the state of Colorado will get buried. We'll end up with like an inch or two. But we ended up with 6 to 8 inches on Thursday. Quite unusual. Our whole little town shut down here. Jake Locker, Jeremy Macklin, Daniel Thomas, Marquise Wilson, Justin Hunter, Andre Johnson, Matt Forte, Demarius Thomas. Yeah. It's a shame he got hurt because he was just finding his groove. Marcus Wheaton. I was sure he was going to have a big year this year. Connections, Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson to 299. Jermaine Gresham, Carson Palmer, Steven Jackson. Jeremy Curley, Eddie Lacy, Jamar Taylor, Clay Matthews, Brandon Marshall, Cecil Shorts. Mark Sanchez, Kenny Britt, LaShawn McCoy, Matt Barkley, Chance Warmack, Kevin Cobb, Posey, Michael Bush. Marcus Colston, Manti Te'o, Quentin Patton, Rashad Jennings, Jacoby Jones, Jermichael Finley. Golden Tate, Bilal Powell, Jared Cook, Tavon Austin, Eric Reed, Jay Cutler, Blaine Gabbert, Josh Gordon. Gronkowski, Willis, Myers, Gavin Escobar, Tavares King, Mendenhall, Miller, Johnson. Daryl Richardson, Drew Brees, Sidney Rice, E.J. Manuel, Ogletree, Pitta, Cobb, and Olsen. Sean Green, Hernandez, Bolden, and our favorite acetate card, Aaron Rodgers. Travis Kelce, Josh Cribbs, Peterson, and Stafford. Alright, on to box number 3 here. Keep this train rolling. Vincent Brown, Jimmy Graham, Josh Freeman. Another acetate coming up. Ray Rice. Jonathan Banks, Baldwin, DeMarco Murray, Witherspoon. How's everybody's speed? Is it all choppy or is it running smooth? Dwyer, Christine Michaels, thanks, TJs. Glad to see you get to hang out with us tonight. I know last week on a couple of those breaks you had to get going, had to get ready for work the next day and whatnot. We're glad to see you here tonight. Doug Martin, Marcel Reese, Tavon Austin, Aaron Dobson, Brandon Pettigrew, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck. Now, thank you. I try my best for you guys. Ryan Tannehill, Adrian Peterson, come on, focus. Ryan Matthews, Terrence Williams, Big Play Slay, as he introduced himself this evening on the game. AJ Green, Jamal Charles, Jason Witten. Heath Miller, Danny Amendola, Michael Crabtree, Monte Ball, Poyer, Palmer, Suggs, Steven Jackson. Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, Chris Johnson, Vance McDonald, Le'Veon Bell, Roddy White, Ryan Broyles, Fred Jackson. Eli Manning, Denarius Moore, Alfred Morris, and a nice hit for the Patriots. Tom Brady, Wes Welker to 299. Got a gray sock and a blue sock. I think it's the elastic part around the shirt or the collar, but gray and blue. Matt Elam, Joe Flacco, Reggie Bush, Steve Smith. I agree with you immensely. I am not a Patriots fan. Michael Vick, Greg Jennings, Robert Meacham, Deion Sims for the Dolphins, Chris Harper, Owen Daniels, Lance Briggs, Dwayne Bowe, Isaac Redmond, Tom Brady, Colin Kaepernick, Robert Woods, D. Milliner, Tony Romo, Julio Jones, Mikel LaShore. I know I'm hoping for an old school Peyton or something for you. A Cam, something. Miles Austin, Jaquez Rogers, Devin Hester. At least the Geno. Geno was everywhere in here. Hakeem Nicks, Big Ben, Jarius Wright, Isaiah Peed to 100. Ryan Swope, Jock Chandler, J.J. Watt, Andy Dalton. Marcus Colston, Golden Tate, Bilal Powell. Cordell Patterson. A year too early. League leader, Trent Richardson. I don't know what he led in. Rushing yards as a rookie? Doesn't seem right. I don't remember that guy getting more than a half a yard to carry. He must have rushed it 1,800 times. Terrell Freeman, Greg Little. Pierre Garcon, Antonio Brown, Kyle Rudolph, Tavares King, Denard Robinson, Justin Blackman, Trent Richardson, Matt Ryan. Levante David, Deshaun Jackson, Mike Wallace, Andy Dalton, 300. Because this is Sparta, Bengals country. Sean Lee, Torrey Smith. Isaiah Peed, Vince Wilfork, Seymour, Mike Glennon, why couldn't it be autoed for TJ? Logan Ryan, James Jones, D'Angelo, Vic. Jared Cook, Gronkowski, Willis, Tyler Wilson, Jordan Reed, Ryan Williams, Wes Welker, Tavares. Well, he's been in there everywhere, so maybe he might get an auto as well. Jeremy Maclin, Eddie Lacy. Wouldn't that have been sweet if this was the auto? Aaron Millette, Matt Schaub, Tom Ali, Peyton Manning. Brian Rakpo, Palomalu, Vereen, Matt Barkley, Kristen Michael, Larry Fitz, Eric Decker, Mike Glennon, Darrell Richardson, Drew Brees, or Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, I think, has the potential, if he can slim down. Gavin, auto. Ray Rice, Jordy Nelson, Jonathan Stewart. Frank Gore, Andre Brown, Dallas Clark, Keenan Allen, Mike Glennon, Reggie Wayne, Andrew Hawkins, Alex Smith, Nick Foles, Brian Hartline, Chris Givens, DeAndre Hopkins, Deion Jordan, DeMarcus Ware, Haloti Ngata, Aaron Rodgers. Sidney Rice, Ryan Kerrigan, Sam Bradford, Marquise Goodwin, Sam Montgomery, Donald Brown, Brandon Weeden, Michael Floyd, Stephen Ridley, Vernon Davis, David Wilson, Eddie Lacy, Hankins, McGahee, Suggs, Ben Jarvis, Darren McFadden, Fred Davis, Eric Reed, Brandon Fell, T.Y. Hilton, Gresham. Alright, here we go. Second half. Oh, man. Dang it. Technical difficulties. Breakers breaking things. Matt Flynn, Quentin Patton, Sheldon Richardson, Roddy White, Ryan Broyles, Fred Jackson, Kenny Britt, LaShawn McCoy, Cap to 100. Le'Veon Bell, Rashad Jennings, Jacoby Jones, Jermichael Finley, Keller, Laurinaitis, Colston, another Ray Rice, Chris Harper, Cutler, Gabbert, and Gordon. Sean Green, Aaron Hernandez, and Quan Bolden, Christine Michael, Arthur Brown, Cobb, Posey, Michael Bush, Pierre Garçon, Brown, Rudolph, Giovanni Bernard, Poyer, Owen Daniels, Lance Briggs, Dwayne Bowe, Joe McKnight, Nate Washington, Bryce Brown, Justin Hunter, Aaron Dobson, Miles Austin, Jaquez Rogers, Devin Hester, Eli Powell, Jared Cook, Jonathan Franklin, Gillislee, Mendenhall, Miller, Johnson. Gronk, Willis, Myers, DeAndre Hopkins, Denard Robinson, Andre Johnson, Matt Forte, Demarius Thomas. Christian, Malcolm Floyd, Darren Sproles, Jordan Reed, Darius Slay, Justin Blackman, Trent Richardson, Matt Ryan. Jake Locker, Macklin, Thomas. There you go, TJs. No longer left out. Kenyon Barner for the Panthers. Kenny Vaccaro, Dennis Pitta, Randall Cobb, Greg Olsen. Only took most of the break to get you something. Darrelle Revis, Robert Griffin, Tavon Austin, Matt Elam, Calvin Johnson, Spiller, Foster. So I noticed the one constant: you must be a Panthers fan. Because every break you get into, you at least get the Panthers. Tavon Austin. Kerrigan, Bradford, Ridley, Chance Warmack /50. And there's a lot of Oregon players in the NFL. Plexico, Russell, Holmes, Justin Hunter, D. Milner, Tillman, Lewis, Dez, Vernon, David, Levante, another Mike Glennon, insert, Marcus Wheaton, 199. Hopkins, Ali, Manning, and Rice. Alfred Morris, Isaac Redmond, Tom Brady, Monte Ball, Hankins, Green, Charles, and Witten. But man, TJs, I know you like my breaks and all, but we're complete opposites here. I'm a Broncos fan, and oh, nice little Niles Davis. Now to the Pac-12. Gotta go for the CU Buffs. Because I'm just a straight-up homer. Not afraid to admit it. If they're from Colorado, I probably like them. However, I am kind of rooting for Stafford and the Lions to do the upset tonight. Because I do like Georgia. And he was one of my favorites when he was there. But my all-time favorite Bronco was two of them were Georgia Bulldogs. So I just kind of started watching them, keeping track of them along with my Buffs. But Champ Bailey and Terrell Davis got me hooked on Georgia. Yeah, see, we all got our homers in us a little bit. New England Patriots, Nassib, Jordy Nelson, Stewart, Donald Brown. Brent Selleck. Cameron Wake, Robert Woods, Swope, Clay Matthews, Brandon Marshall, Cecil Shorts. Josh Freeman, Jacoby Ford, Santana Moss, Dwyer. Christine Michael, Scott Chandler, J.J. Watt, Andy Dalton. Michael Vick, Greg Jennings, Robert Meacham, another Christine Michael, Dion Jordan, Sue, Jones Drew, Joe Hayden. What was it called? Bledsoe O's? Bledsoe O's. Jeremy Curley. Joe Flacco Gamers. I tease, but I too have a. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in my office at home. But I have a box of Todd Helton cereal. So I'm a huge Rockies fan. That's my jam. Been with them since the day they were born. But they came out with a Todd Helton cereal, probably 2001-ish, back when he was putting up monster numbers. I went out and bought a couple of boxes. I ate one. Cereal was no good. But I kept the other box for my collection. So I know about them Sports Heroes cereals. Darrelle Revis, Le'Veon Bell, Andre Ellington, Hester, Justin Blackmon, Trent Richardson. Some Flutie Flakes. Cameron Wake, Phillip Rivers, Lance Moore, Marcus Latimer, Robert Woods, Dez Bryant, Clay Matthews, Brandon Marshall. Marcel Reese, Tannehill, Peterson, Gio, Kenny Stills, Haloti Ngata, Aaron Rodgers, Brandon LaFell. Robert Griffin, Plexico Burress, Russell Wilson, Ace Sanders for the Jags. Matt Ryan, Calvin Johnson, CJ Spiller. Marshawn Lynch, Curly, Sean Green, Terrence Williams, Quentin Patton, jersey to $3.99. Jarvis Jones, Shorts, Cribbs, Peterson. Holmes, Wright, Selleck, Denard Robinson, Dark Rogers, Arian Foster, Peanut Tillman, Mercedes Lewis. Aaron Hernandez, Anquan Bolden, Mark Sanchez, Terrence Williams, Tyler Bray, Matt Stafford, Kevin Kolb, and Posey. Eli Manning, Vincent Jackson. Uh-oh. Mike Glennon, hoping for some ink. T.Y. Hilton, Jermaine Gresham. Yes, sir, Peyton Manning's backup. Santana Moss, Jonathan Dwyer, Jared Allen, Marcus Lattimore, Tyler Eifert, Mikel LaShore, Scott Chandler, Todd Helton getting injured actually gave Peyton Manning his first start. Peyton's freshman year, he was third string. First string guy got knocked out of the first game. So Todd Helton came in. He played 2 or 3 games. And then I didn't tear up his knee, but got sprained it. So all they had left was a little guy by the name of Peyton Manning. And the rest is history. Granted, I think Peyton would have ended up starting by the end of that year anyway. Because I forget who the first guy was, but Todd Helton, way better baseball player than football player. Tyler Wilson. Goodwin, Jackson, Pettigrew, Newton. It's just funny how those little stories and things occur in sports. Robert Meacham, Mark Ingram, Richard Sherman, Marcus Wheaton, Eric Fisher, Witherspoon, Sue, and Jones Drew. Tom Brady, Colin Kaepernick, Hakeem Nicks, Aaron Millette, Dayton Jones, Luck, AJ Green, Jamal Charles, Brian Hartline, Chris Givens, Mike Williams, Darren McFadden, Chris Gregg. You may not have acetate, But you have a Chris Gregg rookie that nobody will ever want to take away from you. Just a little throwback to the other night. Sorry about that. Big Ben. Jarius Wright. Vincent Brown. Terrence Williams. Rodney Smith. Jason Witten. Joe Flacco. Reggie Bush. Matt Flynn, Pierre Garçon, Antonio Brown, Michael Floyd to 100, Gino, Joe Hayden, Roddy White, Ryan Broyles. Man, I tell you what, if you guys are watching the game, Paul Richardson is having one hell of a night. He's a CU grad. Well, I think he came out after his junior year. But he's been banged up ever since he got into the NFL. E.J. Manuel. Steve Smith. Tony Romo. Julio Jones. So he's kind of having a coming out party tonight. Fred Davis, Heath Miller, Danny Amendola, Drew Brees, Larry Fitz, Decker, Reggie Wayne, Vince Wilfork, Richard Seymour, Arakpo, Marquise Goodwin, Zeke Anza, Brandon Whedon, Michael Floyd, Willis McGahee. Palomalu, Vereen, Gore, Stephon Taylor, Tyler Wilson, Charles Suggs, Ben Jarvis, Tony Moyaki. Victor Cruz, Michael Crabtree, Doug Martin, Landry Jones, Theo Riddick, Andrew Hawkins, Alex Smith, DeMarcus Ware, Andre Brown, Dallas Clark, Nick Foles, another Glennon, this case brought to you by Mike Glennon and the Mike Glennon Sports Agency. In case you forget that he's in here, he pops up every once in a while. Nate Washington, Adrian Peterson, Terrence Williams, Fred Jackson, Owen Daniels, Lance Briggs. Every time you think you're away from the Mike Glennons, he pulls you back in. Bryce Brown, Ponder, Floyd, Vance McDonald, Kenyon Barner, Bo, Austin, and Rogers. Alright, here we go. Last box. Let's hope for those that need something, we find it in here. Chris Johnson, Michael Vick, Greg Jennings, Robert Woods, Eddie Lacy, Dwayne Bowe, Miles Austin, Jacquizz Rodgers, a Geno hit. You know, I'm surprised, with as much as he was in this, that we haven't got a Geno. Stedman Bailey, Devin Hester, Justin Blackman, Richardson, Plexico, Russell Wilson, Santonio Holmes. Here's one I don't think we've seen. A Gronk. Franklin, Stafford, Cobb, Posey. You want me to look into getting some 14 Prestige? Had some 15 a while back. We blew through it. Marcus Wheaton, Zach Dysert, Michael Bush, Rashad Jennings, Jacoby Jones. I do too. To a point. It's I loved it last year and the year before when it was new. I'm not loving it this year because it's going up steadily all the time. Because it's turning out to be such a great class, because you got Derek Carr, Odell, Khalil Mack, Sammy Watkins, Manti Te'o, like last year, and when it first came out, the only two hot names on it were Manziel and Odell. But now everybody's starting to come into their own, and it's actually turning out to be a great draft class. Cordero. $25. Matt Ryan. Cecil Shorts. Now, I know it's going to come off sounding, I don't know what it's going to sound like, but yes, Mac is a beast. He is good. But I would still take Miller over Mac any day. And that's not just because I'm a Broncos fan. I really do think Von Miller is a better player overall. But Mac is still really great. You can't go wrong with him. I just like watching him every game. I watch a lot of football. Tyler Bray for the Chiefs to 100. And I think they ask Von Miller to do more than any other linebacker. Basically, one play they'll have him rushing the passer. Then the next play they'll have him dropping back in coverage. And then the next play they'll have him coming up the middle, stopping the run. I just think he's more versatile than Mac. Just a personal opinion. Call it a Denver bias. But I don't not like Mac, even though I hate the Raiders. I do like Carr, and I do like Mac. Me and my buddies talk about it all the time. We knew it's going to be a tough year with the Chiefs playing good. The Raiders are going to be good for years to come. Stedman Bailey, because they've been building a good team. Justin Blackman to 299. Phillip Thomas. Andrew Hawkins, Alex Smith, DeMarcus Ware. Oh, yeah. And I'm forgetting Amari Cooper, but yeah, that was pretty crazy. And we had two of them. Both to 50. That surprised me. Brian Hartline, Joseph Randall, EJ, Haloti Ngata, Aaron Rodgers, Brandon LaFell. Sean McCoy, Dustin Keller, James Laurinaitis, Quentin Patton, Deion Sims, Damaris Root, Dennis Pitta, Fred Davis, Heath Miller, Damian Mandola, Michael Crabtree, Josh Boyce, Steven Jackson, Brendan Pettigrew, Cam Newton, Vincent Jackson, Denarius Moore, don't think Drew Brees, Steve Smith, Tony Romo, Julio Jones, Alfred Morris, Isaac Redmond, Tom Brady, Tyler Eifert, Ryan Otten, LaShore, Chandler, Watt, Marcel Reese, Joseph Randall, Alec Lemon, Andrew Luck, AJ Green, Jamal Charles, Ryan Tannehill, Adrian Peterson, Ryan Matthews, Manti Te'o, Desmond Trufant, Jason Witten, Joe Flacco, Reggie Bush, Chris Givens, Mike Wallace, Darren McFadden, Kenny Stills, Stephen Taylor, T.Y. Hilton, Jermaine Gresham, Carson Palmer, Josh Freeman, Jacoby Ford, Santana Moss, Le'Veon Bell. Was hoping there was some ink for halftime. Get him on the board here. Colin Kaepernick, Hakeem Nicks, Big Ben, Keenan Allen, Zach Ertz, Andy Dalton, Jonathan Baldwin, DeMarco Murray, Jonathan Dwyer, Allen Gates, Kenny Stills /100, Nick Casa, Fred Jackson, Owen Daniels, Lance Briggs, Jarris Wright, Vince Brown, Jimmy Graham, Aaron Dobson, Sean Sue, and Drew. That'll do it, guys. Not a super fancy break like I had hoped, but it is what it is. If you guys got shut out or something, I'll try to do what I can. As always, I thank everybody for hanging out here at P-Town Hobby, and I thank you. I'm gonna take a quick little break, and then I'll be right back with a hit recap. I'll get these videos up to